Imagine this. It's Friday, 12:47 p.m. The afternoon is dragging. Half the office is pretending to work. The other half is refreshing the clock every few minutes, willing time to move faster. Then your phone vibrates. You don't even need to look. You already know what it says. Salary received. For just a moment, everything feels lighter. The tension you've been carrying all month loosens its grip. You smile without realizing it, unlock your phone, and open your banking app. There it is. A number that feels full of possibility. For the next few seconds, your future looks different. This is the month you'll finally get ahead. You'll save money. You'll stop worrying every time you swipe your card. You'll reach the end of the month without wondering if your account can survive one more surprise. It feels believable. Until life begins collecting what it's owed. Rent, electricity, water, internet access and cable TV subscription, insurance, fuel, cooking gas, groceries, a birthday gift for your niece, lunch with an old friend you haven't seen in months. None of it feels reckless. None of it feels extravagant. It's just life. And that's the part nobody prepares you for. Financial stress rarely comes from one disastrous purchase. It comes from ordinary, justified, tiny, little-by-little decisions. From filling the car with fuel. From replacing the shampoo that ran out. From saying yes to dinner because you haven't seen your friends in weeks. Tiny decisions. Reasonable decisions. Decisions that barely register in the moment. Yet somehow, they quietly empty your account. A week later, you're standing in line at your favorite coffee shop. The person in front of you is still deciding what to order. Your phone buzzes again. You glance down your banking app. You open it without thinking. Your balance is already lower than you expected. You stare at the screen, then replay the last 7 days in your head. I didn't buy a new phone. I didn't book a vacation. I wasn't irresponsible. So, where did it all go? You lock your phone and slide it back into your pocket. The answer feels obvious. Or at least, it feels obvious, because you've told yourself the same story for years. I don't have a spending problem. I have an income problem. It's a comforting explanation. Because if money is the problem, then earning more must be the solution. Right? Sometimes that's absolutely true. If you're struggling to afford basic necessities, a higher income can change everything. But here's the question almost nobody asks. What if earning more doesn't solve the problem? Because it was never the problem to begin with. From the time we're children, we're taught a simple equation. Study hard, get a good job, work harder than everyone else, get promoted, earn more money, live happily ever after. It's neat, logical, hopeful. There's just one problem. Real life refuses to follow simple equations. If bigger salaries automatically created wealth, every doctor, every lawyer, every executive would be financially free, but they're not. Some of the highest earners in the world still live paycheck to paycheck. Not because they're careless, because something quietly changes as income grows, life expands. The apartment gets a little nicer, the car gets a little newer, the weekend dinners become a little more expensive, streaming services multiply, vacations become upgrades instead of escapes. None of these decisions feel dramatic. Each one seems earned, reasonable, even deserved. But together, they quietly erase every raise you've ever worked for. Your paycheck grows. Your lifestyle grows with it. And before long, you're standing exactly where you started. Only the numbers are bigger. You don't know any of this yet. You're convinced the next raise will finally change everything. So you chase it. You volunteer for projects no one wants. You stay late after everyone else leaves. You answer emails while eating dinner. You tell yourself the sacrifice is temporary. One day it'll all be worth it. Months pass. Then one Tuesday morning, your manager walks over. Got a minute? 3 simple words, enough to make your stomach tighten. You follow them to the office, replaying every conversation you've had over the last month. Did I miss something? Was there a mistake? Did I forget a deadline? They close the door, look up, smile. I've got some good news. The tension disappears instantly. We'd like to promote you. For a moment, the room goes quiet. You hear the words. But your mind has already jumped months into the future. No more checking your balance before grocery shopping. No more calculating whether you can afford to go out this weekend. No more waiting for payday just to feel like you can breathe. Walking back to your desk, you don't feel richer. You feel relieved, as though you've finally crossed the finish line. Except you haven't. 3 months later, you're standing in another line. Another ordinary afternoon. Another banking notification. Without thinking, you open it. Then you freeze. The number doesn't make sense. You're earning more than you were 6 months ago. So why? Does your account look almost exactly the same? The question follows you home. It sits beside you in traffic. It waits with you in the grocery store. It keeps you awake long after you've turned the lights off. Eventually, you stop asking why your paycheck disappears and start asking where it goes. That single question changes everything. Because once you stop blaming your salary, you finally become curious enough to examine your habits. A few days later, you're eating lunch in the office cafeteria. Across the room sits someone you've barely noticed before. A quiet coworker. She doesn't earn dramatically more than you. Her car isn't expensive. Her clothes aren't designer. But there's something different about her. Whenever conversations turn to money, everyone else complains. She doesn't. When unexpected expenses come up, everyone else panics. She doesn't. There's a calmness about her that's impossible to ignore. For weeks, you've wondered why. Today, curiosity wins. You walk over. Mind if I sit here? She smiles. Of course. You hesitate for a second, then ask the question that's been sitting in your mind for weeks. Can I ask you something? Sure. How are you always so calm about money? She looked at you for a moment, then smiled again. Not because she's richer than you. Not because she has discovered some secret investment. Because she has heard that question before. In fact, years ago, she was the one asking it.